Greetings to all the learners. In this session, we are going to discuss about code tracing, which is another very nice and interesting topic of M2. Curve tracing is a procedure to obtain an approximate shape of the curve without plotting a large number of points on the graph. There are three types of equations. So today we'll be discussing Cartesian forms, that is an equation in the form of x and y. There are some properties which are nothing but simple concepts from calculus. We have to just recall those and let us try to apply those on a given equation smoothly. Property number one is, if equation contains only even powers of y, means there should not be an odd power of y, only even powers of y, then the curve is symmetric about the x-axis. So we can see here y square equal to 4ax, even powers of y, and the curve is symmetric about the x-axis, means if it is folded along x-axis, then both the parts are going to exactly coincide. Property 2, if equation contains only even powers of x, the curve is symmetric about the y-axis. Here x square is equal to 4 into a into y. So even powers of x and the curve is perfectly symmetric about the y-axis. Third, we have to remember all this and recall while solving each problem relating to Cartesian. On interchanging x and y, means replace every x by y and every y by x. If the equation remains unchanged, then the curve is symmetric about the line y equal to x. Yes. And addition to that, on replacing x by minus y and y by minus x, if the equation remains unchanged, the curve is symmetric about the line y equal to minus x. Property number 4, on replacing x by minus x and y by minus y, if the equation remains unchanged, the curve is symmetric in opposite quadrants, or symmetric about the origin, or symmetric in the first and the third quadrants. Now try to understand that here property 1 was mentioned as, if equation contains only even powers of y, then the curve is symmetric about x-axis. So another way to say the same thing is that on replacing every y by minus y, if equation remains unchanged, then the curve will be symmetric about the x-axis. Similarly, property 2, which we had said that on replacing, if equation contains only even powers of x, the curve is symmetric about y-axis. So instead of that, we could say that on replacing every x by minus x, if equation remains unchanged, then the curve is symmetric about y-axis. And if first two properties are simultaneously satisfied, then we can say that property 4 is definitely going to be satisfied. That means that if the curve is symmetric about x-axis and symmetric about y-axis, then definitely it is going to be symmetric about origin. So this is the thing, but remember that the converse is not true. So we'll have a look on this point on later occasion. But now see here, this is the case, xy equal to some constant, and you can see the curve is going to exist in only first and third quadrants, and it is symmetric about the line y equal to x, as property number 3 is satisfied. So you can interchange x and y, new equation will be y into x is equal to c square, it remains unchanged, and thus the curve is symmetric about the line y is equal to x. Here we have an ellipse. There are even powers of x and y, so the curve is symmetric about both the axes. This is one situation, and one more situation is here, that y equal to x cube. So what can we say? See, property number 4. Property number 4 is, on replacing x by minus x and y by minus y, what is going to happen? As the equation is y is equal to x cube, so minus y will be equal to minus x to the power 3, and therefore minus y is equal to minus x cube, and that is nothing but y is equal to x to the power 3. So we are again getting the same equation though. So the curve is symmetric about origin. What is meant by this? The meaning is that if just upper half portion is rotated by 180 degree, then it is exactly going to coincide with the remaining part. So this is the meaning. Suppose this part is rotated in 180 degree, it is exactly going to match. Otherwise, you can have you can fold this along the horizontal axis. Then what will happen? The lower part will be here, and after folding along the vertical axis, then this both the parts are going to coincide. That means the original curve, that is y equal to x cube, is symmetric in opposite quadrants, or symmetric about origin, or symmetric in first and third quadrant. So it is very much clear. And see, property 1 and property 2 is not satisfied here, as there are no even powers of x, no even powers of y. So we have understood that in this middle figure, which is an ellipse, so you see property 1 is satisfied, it is symmetric about x-axis. Property 2 is satisfied, it is symmetric about y-axis. So it will be symmetric about origin. Yes, you can rotate through 180 degree, or you can fold first horizontally and then vertically. All the sides are going to match. So the middle figure, it is symmetric about x-axis and y-axis, and hence it is symmetric about the origin also, but the converse is not true. So here we have an example for the same, y equal to x cube. See, property 1 is not satisfied, property 2 is not satisfied, but property 4 is satisfied. So these are the 4 properties. And next, moving to this, if there is no constant term in the equation, then the curve passes through origin, obviously. See, if there is no constant term, if we put x equal to 0, we'll get y equal to 0, and vice versa. So always origin is going to satisfy that equation, and origin is going to be part of the curve, obvious. Property 6, if the curve passes through the origin, then the tangents at the origin to the curve are obtained by equating to 0 the smallest degree terms in the equation. 7th property, points of intersection. Put y equal to 0 to get the x-intercept. Yes. Further, if for y equal to 0, there are 2 values of x. Secondly, tangents exist at both these points. And thirdly, a curve exists in the region between those 2 points, then definitely there is going to be loop about the x-axis between those 2 points. And the same is going to be true for another way for remaining axis also. Property 8, to find the nature of the tangent to the curve at a point, find dy by dx at that point. Now, as soon as we are getting some point which is part of the curve, suppose if it is origin, then directly there is property number 6 which can tell us the tangents at the origin. But if there is some point which is part of the curve which is different than the origin, then immediately you have to try to find dy by dx or dx by dy at that point, whatever is convenient. Further, if dy by dx at that point is equal to infinity, so then there is a tangent to the curve parallel to y-axis at that point. So again, if dy by dx at that point is equal to 0, then there is tangent to the curve parallel to x-axis at that point. Okay. to examine whether a part of the curve exists in a region, put some value of x from that region into the equation and find y square. If y square is negative, that means y is imaginary. So obviously there is not going to be a single combination of x and y which is going to satisfy that equation. So curve does not exist in that region. What is asymptote? Asymptote is tangent at infinity. First of all, tangent means spashika, and tangent at infinity is called as an asymptote. Now, to obtain the asymptotes parallel to y-axis equate to 0 the coefficients of the highest degree terms in y in the equation. Yes. If it is constant, so constant is equal to 0 is not possible. That means that there is no any asymptote parallel to y-axis. Same can be said about an asymptote parallel to x-axis. Yes, there can be oblique asymptotes also. Now one method to find an oblique asymptote is put y equal to mx into c into the equation and equate to 0 the coefficients of the highest degree and the next highest degree terms in the equation to 0 to get two equations in m and c. We have to solve those simultaneously, and finally y equal to m into x plus c is going to be the oblique asymptote. So here I would like to, yes, here there is one illustration about asymptote here. We can see that y equal to x as well as y equal to minus x are asymptote because the core is going to touch both the lines at infinity. Similarly, here we can see that x-axis as well as y-axis both are asymptotes. Okay, so what is a multiple point? A point through which more than one branches of the curve pass. So, and again, that multiple point can be a node or a cusp. What is a node? A multiple point is called a node if the tangents at this point are real and distinct. Let us try to understand here. So see, this is the core and there is one point P, and from point P, two branches are going outside. So it is a double point. P is a double point. Now whether it is a node or cusp, see, there are corresponding to each part of the curve, that is each arc passing through the point P, there are different tangents, and there are different, those tangents are real and distinct, and thus this double point is a node. This is a node. And cusp, a multiple point is called as a cusp if the tangents at this point are real and coincident. Now you can see again, there is one core, and from that point P, two branches of the curve are passing, and if we draw tangents to both the branches at that point P, so the tangent is the same. On both the occasions we are getting the same tangent, and such tangent is called as a cusp. Both are double points in both the situations. Now I would like to discuss some problems here. So quickly, I am again going to write because there is one step which only I can see. So y is equal to, sorry, y into y in bracket x square plus 4 into a square is equal to 8 into a to the power 3. So this is the equation. So we can write it as it is, or as and when we will be needing, we will be altering or simplifying the equation. So we are going to note down the points one after the another and simultaneously try to identify the nature of the curve roughly. Okay. So property one, if equation contains only one powers of y, not satisfied. Okay, first is not satisfied. Property 2 is if equation contains only one powers of x, yes, only one powers of x are there. So only one powers of x. So the curve is symmetric about y-axis. Okay. So I am going to simultaneously going to have its nature. Okay. So see, uh, x-axis, y-axis, and this is origin. Then what is told? The curve is symmetric about y-axis. So this is one point. Properties are different and points are different. Now the third property is interchange x and y. After interchanging x and y, the first term will be, actually here first term is y into x square. The new term will be x into y square, which is going to be different. So property 3 is not satisfied. Then I already told you that if first two properties are satisfied, then only the fourth property will be satisfied. So fourth is not satisfied. Then what is fifth property? Fifth property is if there is no constant term, curve passes through origin. But here 8 into a cube, a is a constant, a is parameter. So actually these are three terms. You can understand that here x square into y is first term, plus 4 a square into y is second term, and minus 8 a cube is third term. So minus 8 a cube is a constant term. So constant term is present. Curve does not pass through origin. Curve does not pass through the origin. So not satisfying some property is also important information for us. So here I will just say like this is origin. Then after that, property number 6 is if there is property number 6, if there is constant term, uh, uh, property 5 was if there is no constant term, then the curve passes through the origin. And property 6 is if curve passes through the origin, then tangents at the origin are given by equating to 0 smallest degree terms in the equation. Actually, the curve is not passing through origin, so there is no any question of tangent at origin. So there is no any question of property 6. Property 7 is put y is equal to 0 and try to find out x. So in the simplified expression, if we are putting y is equal to 0, we will be getting something meaningless. So we'll not do that. Rather, we'll try to put x is equal to 0. Put x is equal to 0 into the equation. Therefore, we'll be getting, you can say here, 4 a square y is equal to 8 into a cube. And therefore, y is equal to, I think y is equal to 2a. So we have got one point, x equal to 0 and y equal to 2a. So x equal to 0 and y equal to 2a. Suppose y equal to 2a. This is the line y is equal to 2a. This is the point y equal to 2a. As soon as we get some point which is different than the origin, let us try to obtain here. dy by dx or dx by dy, whatever is we are comfortable with. So here it is easier to obtain dy by dx when the curve is symmetric about x-axis, but here curve is symmetric about y-axis, will be obtaining dx by dy, and for that let us say here the equation is x square plus 4 into a square is equal to 8a cube upon y. So differentiating with respect to x, so 2x plus 0, uh, differentiate with respect to y, huh? So 2 into x into dx by dy plus 0, and that will be equal to d by dy of the entire thing. We are not going to simplify this, and just why to say, therefore dx by dy is equal to 1 upon 2x into d by dy of 8a cube upon y, and therefore dx by dy at the point, what is that point? That point is x equal to 0 and y is equal to 2a, and that is equal to, see, numerator will be some function of y, and we are going to put y equal to 2a, it will be non-zero finite quantity, and denominator inverse 2 into x, so denominator is 0, that will be infinity. So we can say that there is what will be our conclusion? There is tangent to the curve at the point x equal to 0 and y equal to 2a parallel to, now dx by dy equal to infinity, that means dy by dx is equal to 0, so that is parallel to x-axis, parallel to x-axis. So as soon as here that the tangent will be like this, so we can it will be either like this or like this, but we do not have, or it can be from both the directions. So we have to examine what is the actual situation, and for that we have to go for here region of existence. So what we have to do in the figure, we'll be putting some value of y in that region, and we'll be finding corresponding value of x square. So you can understand here that x square is equal to 8 a cube minus 4a square into y divided by y. Now, does the core exist in the region y equal to 0 and y equal to 2a? For that, let us put y equal to a. Putting y is equal to a, what is going to happen? Here, x square will be 8a cube minus 4a cube upon a. So it will be positive quantity. X square will be positive, means there are two values of x, one will be positive, another will be negative. So we are wise enough to understand that for any value of y which is greater than 0 and less than 2a, x is going to have positive as well as negative values. So curve exists in the region between y equal to 0 and y equal to 2a. Our next question, does the curve exist above the line y equal to 2a? So let us put something which is greater than y equal to 2a. So if I am putting y equal to 3a here, so you can see 8a cube minus 12a cube upon 3a. So that will be negative quantity. X square will be negative, that is x is imaginary, so curve does not exist above y equal to 2a. Now does the curve exist below y equal to 0? Let us put y equal to minus a or something like that here. So in that case, what will happen? After putting y is equal to minus a, 8a cube plus 4a cube. So numerator is positive, but denominator is minus a, negative. So x square is negative, curve does not exist. So we can say that for y greater than 2a and y less than 0, x square is negative. So curve does not exist above y equal to 2a and below y equal to 0 means x-axis, below x-axis. So the curve is going to exist in between only, that is the only thing. Then there is no any question of loop till now. Then let us try for asymptote. Is there any asymptote possible? So for that we have to go for property number 10. To find asymptote parallel to y-axis, equate to 0 the coefficients of highest degree terms in y. Now see, there are three terms, x square y, 4a square y and minus 8a cube. So highest degree terms in y are x square y plus 4a square y, and here coefficient of y, coefficient, just I am writing to find asymptote parallel to, just okay. So there's that was some problem. So I was talking about to find asymptote parallel to y-axis. Here coefficient of y is x square plus 4a square. X square plus 4a square is equal to 0. That means x square is equal to minus 4a square, negative. So x is not real, so no asymptote parallel to y-axis. No asymptote parallel to y-axis. Now to see asymptote parallel to x-axis, what is to be done? Equate to 0 the coefficients of highest degree terms in x. In first term, power of x is 2, degree is 2. In second, degree of x is 0. In third also 0. So the highest degree term in x is x square y, and coefficient of x square is y. So y equal to 0. Y equal to 0, that is x axis is an asymptote parallel to x-axis. So axis will be parallel to x-axis. Now we have seen all the necessary properties, and it is time to guess the exact picture. So whatever we have seen is that here there is tangent to the curve at the point 0 to a parallel to x-axis. That means it will be upwards or downwards, but we have seen that there is no curve existing above y equal to 2a, so the curve is going to exist below. So this is going to be nature of the curve, and further we have seen that x-axis is asymptote, so the curve will be coming down like that, and will be coming close to x-axis, but it will not touch. It will touch x-axis at infinity. The curve is symmetric about y-axis, so it is going like this in both the directions. So this is the rough sketch of that, and in this way we have to solve the problems. So here you can see this is the situation. Okay, so next problem, we'll go for next problem. Okay. So let me write this problem once again. I am very going to quickly going to note down the properties which are satisfied. The problem is y square into a square minus x square, and that is equal to a cube into x. Okay. We can simplify this as a square into y square minus x square into y square minus a cube into x is equal to 0. Okay. Now let us try to identify what are the things, what are the properties that are going to be satisfied, and we are going to note which are those points only for which the properties are going to be satisfied. Property number one is if equation contains only even powers of y, curve is symmetric about x-axis. Yes, only y square is there, so property one is satisfied. After that, then this, property number two. Property number two is if equation contains only even powers of x, the curve is symmetric about y-axis. So there are no even powers of x because there is one odd power of x. So this property is not satisfied. So only property one is satisfied, even powers of y. So we'll say curve is symmetric about. Okay. Then third property, interchange x and y. You can understand after interchanging, the first term will be a square x square, and there is no a square x square here. So third property is not satisfied. We have already seen that if first two properties are satisfied, then only fourth will be satisfied. And here, second property is not satisfied, fourth will not be satisfied. Then fifth property is if there is no constant term, curve passes through the origin. S, curve passes through the origin. There is no constant term. As in every term, there is either x or y. Property number 6 is if the curve passes through the origin, then the tangents at the origin are given by equating to 0 the smallest degree terms in the equation. So in the first term degree is 2, in the second degree is 4, in the third degree is 1. So smallest degree term is minus a cube x equal to 0, x equal to 0, that means y-axis is tangent at the origin. Okay. So I am going to simultaneously trying to draw the picture of rough sketch of this graph. Here, curve is symmetric about x-axis, curve passes through origin, and y-axis is tangent at origin. So let us draw a rough sketch here like that. This is origin. Then curve passes through origin. So we have got first point origin, and further y-axis is tangent at origin. So the tangent may be from right hand side or from left hand side. So we do not have any idea till now what is the exact situation. We'll see further, but for property 7, put y equal to 0. Let us try to put y is equal to 0. What is going to happen? After putting y equal to 0, we are getting x equal to 0. Yes, that is expected. So nothing is new. Now put x is equal to 0 and let us see what we are getting. Put x is equal to 0, then we'll be getting a square y square is equal to 0. So here also there is no new information. Again we are getting origin as such. Then time has reached to identify about the asymptote. To find asymptote parallel to y-axis, equate to 0 the coefficients of highest degree terms in y. Now see, degree of y in first term is 2, in second 2, and in third 0. So highest degree terms in y are first two terms, a square y square and minus x square y square. Equate to 0 coefficient of y square. So a square minus x square equal to 0. Therefore, x square equal to a square, and therefore x equal to plus a and x equal to minus a are asymptotes parallel to y-axis. So let us try to draw immediately the lines x. Suppose this is the line x equal to a. So you can understand this is a rough sketch. This is x equal to a. At the same distance at the other end, then this will be x equal to minus a. So these two lines are asymptote. But how, from left hand side or right hand side? No idea till now. So let us move further to check what can be done. But before that, there exist asymptote parallel to x-axis? For that, equate to 0 the coefficients of highest degree term in x. In first term is a square y square, degree of x is 0. Second term is minus x square y square, degree of x is 2, and third term minus a cube x, degree of x is 1. So highest degree term in x is minus x square y square, and coefficient of x square is minus y square. Minus y square equal to 0, that is y equal to 0, that is x-axis. X-axis is an asymptote. Yes, asymptote. X-axis also an asymptote. Okay, so accordingly, the next thing will be, see, because of the situation, the original plane has been divided in so many parts. So let us just try to think whether the curve exists between the lines x equal to 0 and x equal to a. So what we have to do? We have to put something between x equal to 0 and x equal to a in that equation, and let us find out value of y square. And for that, let us write y square. Y square is equal to a cube x upon a square minus x square. Okay. Now let us put here x equal to a by 2 for our convenience. X equal to a by 2, then y square will be a cube into a by 2 upon a square minus a square by 4. Y square is positive quantity, so y will be positive as well as negative. So for every x which is greater than 0 and less than a, there are two values of y, one positive and negative, curve exists in the region between the lines x equal to 0 and x equal to a. Similarly, as we know that the curve is symmetric, have we noted curve is symmetric about x-axis? So no, we cannot say anything regarding the same. But the thing is that curve exists between x equal to 0 and x equal to a. So in this region curve exists. Does the curve exist between x equal to 0 and x equal to minus a? Let us try to put x equal to minus a by 2 into the equation. So y square is equal to a cube into minus a by 2. Numerator is negative and denominator is a square minus a square by 4, positive. Negative upon positive is negative. Y square is negative. So curve does not exist in the region between x equal to 0 and x equal to minus a. The next thing is that does the curve exist to the right of x equal to 2a? So let us put x equal to 3 or something like that. So we realize if we put x equal to 2a, y square has numerator positive but denominator negative. So curve does not exist to the right of x equal to a. So curve does not exist. The next question is, does the curve exist to the left of x equal to minus a? Let us try to put x equal to minus 2a into the equation. So numerator will be negative and denominator will also be negative. So curve exists here. Just we'll say that curve does not exist. Curve does not exist for, yes, for minus a less than x less than 0, minus a less than x less than 0, and x greater than a, x greater than a. Now we have covered all the properties. So let us try to draw the curve. Y-axis is tangent at origin. Y-axis is tangent at origin. This is origin, and y-axis is at tangent to at origin. So whether from left side or right side, at left side curve does not exist. So the tangent must be like this. It must be like this. Must be like this. Okay. And here we have said x equal to a is asymptote. So the core is going to touch the line x equal to a at infinity at both the ends. At both the ends. Now the question from left side or right side. We have seen that curve does not exist to the right of x equal to a, so the asymptote must be from left side. So it will be going closer, 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 and it will touch at infinity. The curve is symmetric about x-axis. So it will be going like this, like this, like this. So this is the sketch. What is the nature in the remaining part of the graph? Here we have said x equal to minus a is also asymptote, and y x-axis is also an asymptote. So x-axis is asymptote means, as we see, curve does not exist to the right of x equal to a, so the asymptote must be touching x-axis from the left hand side. So it will be going like this, like this, like this, and x equal to minus a is also an asymptote, so it will be going like this, like this, like this. Okay, so going like this, and again the curve is symmetric about y-axis. As we know, the curve is symmetric about x-axis. So the exact the nature of the curve will be like this. So this is the thing. As we see, this is the nature of the curve. Here we have seen that x equal to a is asymptote, x equal to minus a is asymptote, and x-axis is also asymptote. Then next problem, a square x square is equal to y cube into 2a minus y. Okay. So I would like to write this once again. A square x square is equal to y cube into 2a minus y. Now we'll simplify this. Therefore, a square x square minus 2ay cube plus y to the power 4 is equal to 0. So we'll be writing those points corresponding to the properties which are satisfied. Property 1, if equation contains only even powers of y, no, y cube is there, not satisfied. First is not satisfied, fourth will not be satisfied. Second, if equation contains only even powers of x, the curve is symmetric about y-axis. Yes, curve is symmetric about y-axis. Property number 3 is interchange x and y. After interchanging, first term will be a square y square, but that is not appearing here. So third property is not satisfied. Fourth is not going to be satisfied. Property 5 is if there is no constant term, the curve passes through origin. We can see that in every term there is either x or y, so no constant term as such. Curve passes through the origin. Curve passes through the origin. So I am going to have here this origin. Curve passes through origin. So as soon as property 5 is satisfied, we have to go for property number 6. Property number 6 is if curve passes through the origin, then the tangents at the origin are given by equating to 0 smallest degree terms in the equation. So there are 3 terms. In the first term, degree is 2. In the second, degree is 3. In the third, degree is 4. So smallest degree term is the first, a square x square equate to 0. X square equal to 0. That is x equal to 0. And that is y axis. Y axis is tangent at origin. Tangent at origin. So it is really interesting to see how the curve is going to look like. So once we say y-axis is tangent, so the curve may be like this. So I'm moving the mouse. You can see it may be from right hand side or it may be from left hand side. Let us see what happens here. After that, let us go for the next. Put y is equal to 0. Put y equal to 0. Then we'll be getting only a square x square equal to 0. So x equal to 0. This is the origin. It is obvious as origin is part of the curve. Now let us try to put x equal to 0. After putting x equal to 0, see the original expression a square x square equal to 0. That means we'll be getting y cube into 2a minus y is equal to 0. That means that is y equal to 0 or y equal to 2a. So we have got one more point here. So first thing, x equal to 0 and y is equal to 0 and x equal to 0 and y is equal to 2a lie on the curve. These are part of the curve. Okay. Already we know 0, 0 and we have one more here. X equal to 0 and y equal to 2a. So this is the line x equal to 0 and y equal to 2a. This is the point. One more point. So I have told you as soon as we get some more point beside the origin, we have to quickly start to find dy by dx or dx by dy, whatever is we are comfortable with. If the curve is symmetric about x-axis, then it is easier to find dy by dx. But here curve is symmetric about the y-axis, so we'll be finding dx by dy. As we know, I am writing that equation once again. A square x square is equal to y cube into 2a minus y. So differentiating with respect to y. So it will be a square into 2 into x into dx by dy, and that is equal to d by dy of, we need not differentiate, y cube times 2a minus y. Okay, and therefore dx by dy is equal to 1 upon twice a square x into d by dy of y cube times 2a minus y. So we can understand that the numerator is going to be some another function of y after differentiation, and denominator is 2 into a square x. In this, let us try to put the values x equal to 0 and y equal to 2a. Numerator will be finite, non-zero quantity, denominator will be 0. So dx by dy at this point is equal to infinity. That means dy by dx at this point is equal to 0. That means there is tangent to the core at 0 to a parallel to, see, dy by dx is 0 parallel to kind of parallel to x-axis, parallel to x-axis. So this is important thing. That means, see, there is tangent to the core at 0 to a parallel to x-axis. So you see x-axis there and the line passing through the point x equal to 0 and y equal to 2a, which is parallel to x-axis, is nothing but y equal to 2a. That means ultimately y equal to 2a is tangent to the core at that point. So it may be, as I am moving the mouse, you can see it from the upper portion or from the lower portion. We do not have any idea, and to get the exact idea what we are going to do, we are going to put some value of y in each of the three regions one after the another and find corresponding values of x square. So here x square, you can see a square x square equal to a square into x square equal to y cube times 2a minus y. Now what I am going to do, I am going to put some value from y equal to 0 to y equal to 2a. So I am going to put y equal to a, and right hand side will be a cube into 2a minus a. So right side is positive, x square is positive. So for each value of y which is greater than 0 and less than 2a, x will be positive as well as negative. So definitely coexist between y equal to 0 and y equal to 2a. No problem, coexist. Does the curve exist above y equal to 2a? Let us try to put y equal to 3a. So 3a to the power 3 positive into 2a minus 3a negative. So x square is negative, x cannot be real. Curve does not exist above y equal to 2a. Does the curve exist below y equal to 0? Let us just put y equal to minus a. So minus a to the power 3 will be negative into 2a minus a positive. Negative into positive is negative, x square is negative. So curve does not exist below y equal to 0. And we can say that here curve does not exist above y equal to 2a and below y equal to 0 means xx. So I to concentrate on this part only. After that, the next thing is that what is to be done. As we have seen in one of the properties, property number 7. Property number 7 was put y equal to 0 to get x intercept. So here we have done exactly opposite thing. We have put x equal to 0 to get y intercept. So for x equal to 0, we have obtained two values of y. So accordingly, we have 2 points, x equal to 0, y is equal to 0. This is one point, and second point is x equal to 0 and y is equal to 2a. These are the 2 points. This is the first condition. Second condition is that tangents must exist at both these points. We have mentioned that here y-axis is tangent at origin. Y-axis is tangent at origin, and we have also mentioned there is tangent at 0 to a also. So the second condition is that tangents must exist at both these points. That is satisfied. And one more condition, that is curve must exist in the region between these 2 points S, and hence there is a loop. There is a loop about y-axis. So we have to draw a loop. Loop means we have to start from one point and move somewhere and return back to the original. That is something loop. Now what will be the nature of the loop here? We have to take care of all the possibilities, but before that, let us see. Let us make it a point that here there is a loop about y-axis. Let us go back. There is tangent to the core at 0 to a parallel to x-axis. So the core, the tangent might be from lower end or upper end, but we know that curve does not exist above y equal to 2a, so the tangent must be of this nature. It must be of this type. Okay, it must be of this type. And then we have seen one more thing. Y-axis is tangent at origin. Y-axis. So let us extend this core further, like this, and let us take it here. Y-axis is tangent at origin, so it will be coming like this. Y-axis is tangent at origin like this. Y-axis is tangent at origin, but it cannot go further, as we know that curve does not exist below x-axis. We also seen the core is symmetric about y-axis. So being symmetric, so the same pattern will be followed from the other end also. So like this. So this is a rough sketch. This is going to be the rough sketch of the given equation. So it is something like garlic, लसूण सारखं दिसतो. काहींना लसूण वाटत असेल, लसूण काहींना अंजीर वाटत असेल, काहींना मोदक वाटत असेल, फक्त तो उलटा ठेवलेला आहे. Okay, so I want to just know, are you able to understand? Because I have unmuted all of you. So if, I will like to know if is there any question, and if not, then I will proceed further. So the students can unmute. Please, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Please. You have any doubt? See, this is the core. We will move further and with one more problem. Here, the question is x square y square x square into y square is equal to a square into y square minus x square. Okay, so we can simplify this and let us verify the properties one after the another. After simplification, we are getting this exactly as x square into y square minus a square y square plus a square x square equal to 0. Okay, so we see that property 1 is satisfied, only one powers of y core is symmetric about x axis. Property 2 is also satisfied, as there are only one powers of x, core is going to be symmetric about y axis. Also, I am just saying core is symmetric about both the axes. So definitely the core is symmetric in opposite quadrants. As first two properties are satisfied, fourth has to be satisfied. Property 3 is interchange x and y. So after interchanging, we'll be getting y square into x square minus a square into x square plus a square into y square. That is not, we are not going to get the same equation that is not satisfied. Now property number 5 is, if there is no constant term, curve passes through origin. We see that in every term there is either x or y, so no constant term, curve passes through the origin. Curve passes through the origin. And see here, I am going to have here rough sketch like this. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is origin also. Curve passes through origin, we have got first point. So let us move for property number 6. If curve passes through the origin, then the tangents at the origin are given by equating to 0 smallest degree terms in the equation. So degree, first term has 4, second 2 and second 2. So smallest degree terms are second and third. Equate to 0 smallest degree terms in the equation. That means minus a square y square plus a square x square is equal to 0. That is y square equal to x square. That is y equal to plus x and y equal to minus x are tangents at the origin. Tangents at the origin. So I am drawing those lines. This is y equal to x. It will be somewhere like this. Similarly, this will be y equal to minus x, y equal to minus x. So both the lines are tangents to the curve at the origin. Still now we cannot tell what is going to be the situation. Let us keep patience and try to go for next properties also. 7th property, put y equal to 0 and let us find what x is. Y equal to 0. So in the simplified, first term is 0, second term is 0, third term is a square x square equal to 0. That means x equal to 0. So we are getting nothing more here. Now let us try to put x equal to 0. After putting x equal to 0, first term is 0, third term is 0. But I think we have to apply some different trick here. No, here also we are not getting anything. So whatever we are in search of, some another point, already origin is part of the curve. Is there some more? Till now we have not anymore. So next question, let us go for asymptotes. To find asymptote parallel to y-axis, equate to 0 the coefficients of highest degree terms in y. First term degree of y2, second term degree of y2, third term degree of y0. So highest degree terms in y are x square y square minus a square y square. Equate to 0 coefficients of y squares. That means x square minus a square equal to 0. That means x equal to plus a and minus a are asymptotes parallel to y-axis. So I am going to draw here x equal to a. This is the line x equal to a. Similarly, here there will be line x equal to minus a, x equal to minus a. Both the lines are asymptotes. So from left or right, that is another question. Before that, is there an asymptote parallel to x-axis? For that, let us go back to the equation, and to find asymptote parallel to x-axis equate to 0 the coefficients of highest degree terms in x. Now degree of x in first term is 2, in second 0, and third term 2. So highest degree terms in x are first and third. Equate to 0 coefficients of highest degree term in x means highest degree in x means x square. Equate to 0 x square. Coefficients of x square. That will be y square plus a square. Y square plus a square equal to 0. That is y square is equal to minus a square. Y square is negative. This is not possible. So there is no asymptote parallel to x-axis. Parallel to x-axis. Actually, no necessity to write this, but I have written. The next question here is: does the core exist between x equal to 0 and x equal to a? For that, let us put some value of x and find corresponding value of y square. For the same, what I am going to do, I am going to take y square at one end. So here, this can be written as a square x square is equal to a square y square minus x square y square. And further, y square will be equal to a square x square divided by a square minus x square. A square minus x square. Now let us put x equal to a by 2 here. So a square into a by 2 whole square is positive. A square minus a by 2 whole square positive. Positive upon positive is positive. Y square positive. There are two values of y throughout, and thus curve exists in the region between x equal to 0 and x equal to a. Then the next question is: does the curve exist between x equal to 0 and x equal to minus a? There are two ways. You can just put x equal to minus a by 2 and see whether y square is positive or negative. Otherwise, we have seen that the curve is symmetric about both the axes, so it is symmetric about y axis. Also, curve exists between x equal to 0 and x equal to a, so curve is definitely going to exist between x equal to 0 and x equal to minus a. The next question is: does the curve exist to the right of x equal to a? So let us try to put x equal to 2a into the equation. So y square will be equal to a square into 2a whole square divided by a square minus 2a whole square. Positive upon negative, y square is negative. Y cannot be real, so curve does not exist to the right of x equal to a. Using symmetry, curve will not exist to the left of x equal to minus a. So we can mention here, say one curve does not exist to the left of x equal to minus a and right of x equal to plus a. Okay. So with this, we have obtained all the necessary information. Just where to draw a rough sketch by guessing. This is the material with us. Curve passes through origin. Y equal to x is tangent at origin. Y equal to minus x is tangent at origin. X equal to a is asymptote. X equal to minus a is asymptote. So x equal to a is asymptote. So the asymptote must be from left hand side, as curve does not exist to the right of x equal to a. And before that, the curve is passing. So y equal to x is tangent at origin. So it will be like this, like this, like this. And after that, x equal to a is asymptote. It will be going like this, closing, closer and closer. Similarly, the situation being symmetric about y-axis, it will be the same situation from another side also, like this, just moving like this, like this, like this. Okay. And what is going to happen here? Already we know that y equal to x is tangent at origin, y equal to minus x is tangent origin, and the curve is symmetric about x-axis also. The same pattern is going to be repeated below the x-axis. So it will be something like this, going here, like this, and this also. This is going to be the nature. Okay. So this is going to be the curve. This is the curve. Now, if you have any doubt, you can share your doubt with me. The students can just unmute and ask some question. Yes? Any doubt? काकडे ओम. ओम काकडे. दर्शन रायते. अतुल जडगे. Yes, please. If you want to ask some question, you can.
If you have any doubt, you can ask now.
No, sir.
सर तो 5th पॉइंट एक्सप्लेन करा ना सर. तो तिकडे मागचे समजलं सर.
कुठल्या याच्यामध्ये का?
येस सर. 5th 6th
इथं.
येस सर.
x square into y square is equal to a square times y square minus x square. फिफ्थ म्हणजे कुठला? फिफ्थ प्रॉपर्टी म्हणतो का तू? का इथला फिफ्थ पॉइंट म्हणतो? म्हणजे 10 प्रॉपर्टीज आहेत कार्टेशियन. हा
सर इथला 5th पॉइंट.
ऍक्च्युली ठीक आहे. प्रॉपर्टी नंबर 7 काय सांगतं? पुट y equal to 0 to get x इंटरसेप्ट. म्हणजे y equal to 0 पुट करायचं आहे, तुम्हाला x इंटरसेप्ट मिळत जातील. जास्त व्हॅल्यूज मिळाल्या आता काय करायचं? dy बाय dx किंवा dx बाय dy काढायचं आणि त्याच्यावरनं टँजंट चा गेस करता येतो आपल्याला. ओके. आणि परत लूप आहे का नाही ते सुद्धा आपण गेस करू शकतो. त्याच्यासाठी 3 कंडिशन सॅटिस्फाय झाल्या पाहिजे. ते प्रॉपर्टी 7 मध्ये आपण पाहिलं. प्रॉपर्टी 7 मध्ये. पण त्याच्या आधी वी हॅव टू जस्ट पुट y इक्वल टू 0. आता बघा हे सिम्प्लिफाईड बॉक्स मध्ये. आय एम पुटिंग दिस इन बॉक्स. येस. This x square into y square minus a हा सिम्प्लिफाईड फॉर्म आहे इक्वेशनचा. सो इन दॅट काय करायचं? y इक्वल टू 0 पुट करायचं ना. y इक्वल टू 0 पुट केल्यानंतर पहिली टर्म 0 येणार, दुसरी टर्म 0 येणार. मग काय राहणार? a स्क्वेअर x स्क्वेअर इक्वल टू 0 राहणार, म्हणजे x इक्वल टू 0. याचा अर्थ झाला की y इक्वल टू 0 म्हणजे x ऍक्सिस वर ओरिजिन शिवाय कुठलाही पॉइंट कर्वचा नाहीये. दिस इज द मिनिंग. ओरिजिन शिवाय कुठलाच पॉइंट नाही. तसंच आता x इक्वल टू 0 पुट केल्यानंतर पहिली आणि तिसरी टर्म 0 येणार. मायनस a स्क्वेअर इंटू y स्क्वेअर 0 येणार, म्हणजे y इक्वल टू 0 येणार. त्याचाच अर्थ x इक्वल टू 0 म्हणजे y ऍक्सिस वर पण ओरिजिन शिवाय कुठलाही वेगळा पॉइंट नाही. तर आधीच्या प्रॉब्लेम्स मध्ये आपण पाहिलं असेल. प्लीज डू नॉट पुट युअर रोल नंबर ॲज अटेंडन्स इन द chat box. So different provision has been made for your attendance. So sir will be taking care of that at appropriate time. Please do not write anything on the chat box.
Hello,
Is
sir.
it clear? आता बघा. हा बोल. Yes.
Sir, how you define,
Yes,
sir, it is symmetric about both axes?
Symmetric about both the axes. Okay. आता पहा हे तुला इक्वेशन दिसतं का? x square y square minus a square y square plus a square x square equal to 0. बरोबर आहे ना? प्रॉपर्टी 1 काय सांगते बघ. If equation contains only even powers of y, फक्त y चे even powers असतील तर बघा इथं y square आहे आणि तिसरी टर्म मध्ये y square नाही म्हणजे y to the power 0 आहे. So there are only even powers of y. There is no y cube, something like that. So property 1 is satisfied as even powers of y, only even powers of y, curve is symmetric about x axis. म्हणजे काय ह्या इक्वेशनचा जो कर्व काढू तर x axis ला फोल्ड केल्यानंतर ते x axis च्या वरचं आणि खालचे दोन्ही पार्ट्स मॅच एक्झॅक्टली एकमेकांवर येणार आहेत, कोइन्साइड होणार आहे असं त्याचा अर्थ होतो. ठीक आहे. आणि त्याच्यानंतर प्रॉपर्टी 2 इज दॅट if equation contains only even powers of x, so in first term there is x square, in second term there is x to the power 0, in third term there is x square, only even powers of x, so property 2 is satisfied and the curve will be symmetric about y axis. म्हणजे तो कर्व पूर्ण काढल्यानंतर y axis ला आधी मध्ये दुमडला तर त्याच्या राईट साइडचा आणि लेफ्ट साइडचा हे दोन्ही पार्ट एकमेकांवरच एक्झॅक्टली मॅच होणार आहे असं त्याचा अर्थ होतो. इज इट क्लिअर? आणि याच्या पूर्वी स्लाइड पण दाखवली होती तुम्हाला मी इथं बघा. ऍट द बिगिनिंग आय हॅड शोन यू द स्लाइड अबाउट सिमेट्री. हे बघा पहिलं इक्वेशन पहा. इफ इक्वेशन कंटेन्स ओनली इवन पॉवर्स ऑफ y, द कर्व इज सिमेट्रिक अबाउट x axis. आता पहा y square equal to 4ax आहे ना, तो कसा आहे सिमेट्रिक अबाउट x axis आहे. म्हणजे असं x axis ला फोल्ड केला आपण, असं फोल्ड केला तर खालचा पार्ट आणि वरचा पार्ट एकदम एकमेकांवर येणार आहे. त्याच्यानंतर if equation contains only even powers of x, x square equal to 4ay, the curve is symmetric about y axis. अशा पद्धतीने तुम्हाला एक्सप्लेन केलं होतं मी. ओके. So if you have any more doubts, then you can ask. Otherwise, we have done more than enough in relation to Cartesian. So, madam, what do you think?
Yes, sir. Lots of
Try
examples
करेंगे.
covered. Yes, sir. Yes. So
No,
if you
shall
have doubt, or I think we will give one example and ask symmetry. I will ask them what about symmetry, all these things. Otherwise, we stop here.
Otherwise, can I have that Leibniz gate of Benoit problem? That is a little big problem, but the students are marking their roll numbers in the chat box.
Ask them, shall we stop here? And we will give them some problem to solve.
1146 राजगौरी चव्हाण, तिला काहीतरी बहुतेक विचारायचं आहे. Yes, you can unmute and ask. चुकून तिने बोर्ड वर केलं होतं बहुतेक.
Yes. If you have any doubt, you can ask. So I think what we do, sir? We stop or don't send your attendance. We will share Google form with you. Okay. So don't write your roll number here.
Madam, shall we solve one more problem? You can.
Yes, sir. You solve one
Which
more.
problem?
No problem.
Which what does Eureka sir say?
You decide, sir.
Eureka sir.
You decide, sir.
I think, yes, I can go for one more problem. So, I will try to quickly solve that problem. 1146 राजगौरी चव्हाण, तिला काहीतरी बोर्ड वर केलं होतं बहुतेक. 1146 राजगौरी चव्हाण, तिला काहीतरी बहुतेक विचारायचं आहे. Yes, you can unmute and ask. Otherwise, we have done more than enough in relation to Cartesian. So, if you have any more doubts, then you can ask. Madam, what is equation of Bernoulli?
Which Bernoulli limnescate or which circle?
Lemniscate. Trace the curve x square plus y square to the power 2 is equal to a square into x square minus y square. So such a big problem. So nothing is a big and small. That is our mentality. So let us try to simplify this. So it will be x to the power 4 plus 2 x square into y square plus y to the power 4 minus a square into x square plus a square into y square is equal to 0. So we can see there are only even powers of y. Curve is symmetric about x-axis. Then property 2 is if there are only even powers of x, the curve is symmetric about y-axis. So we can say that curve is symmetric about then I already told you if first two properties are satisfied, fourth will be satisfied. What is fourth? Replace x by minus x, y by minus y. And if equation remains unchanged, the curve will be symmetric about origin. Yes, as there are only even powers of x and y, that is going to happen. So curve is symmetric about origin, or you can say symmetric in opposite quadrants or symmetric in first and third quadrant. Third property is yet remaining. We have to just interchange x and y, and after that we'll be having see the original equation y square plus x square whole to the power 2 will be equal to a square into y square minus x square. We are getting different equation, so property 3 is not satisfied. So first four properties have been taken care of. Property number 5 is if there is no constant term, curve passes through the origin. In every term we see there is either x or y. So property 5 is also satisfied. No constant term, curve passes through the origin. So this is quite a big problem, but I have to just I cannot do here anything, but I was supposed to write somewhere later. Okay, I will be writing here this quickly. Otherwise, that is going to create a problem for me. The problem was x square plus y square to the power 2 is equal to a square into x square minus y square, and that simplified to x to the power 4 plus 2x square into y square plus y to the power 4 minus a square x square plus a square y square is equal to 0. The first thing we have written, curve is symmetric about both the axes. Then the fourth property is also satisfied. Curve is symmetric in opposite quadrants. Then fifth is satisfied. There is no constant term. Curve passes through the origin. Curve passes through the origin. Then I'm going to draw here, so you can understand that this is just a rough work. This is origin. Curve passes through origin. Property number 6 is if curve passes through origin, then the tangents at the origin are given by equating to 0 smallest degree terms in the equation. So degrees 4, 4, 4, 2, 2. and last two terms are with minimum degree. So if curve passes through origin, the tangents at origin are given by equating to 0, smallest degree terms in the equation, minus a square x square plus a square y square equal to 0, that is y square equal to x square, that is y equal to plus x and y equal to minus x are tangents at the origin. So let me quickly draw the line y equal to x. This is y equal to x. Then y equal to minus x. Okay. So both these lines are tangent at the origin. After this, put y equal to 0. Let us find values of x. So see the simplified form, y equal to 0 will be getting, then you can see x to the power 4 plus 0 minus a square into x square plus 0 is equal to 0. Therefore, x square into x square minus a square equal to 0. Therefore, x square equal to 0 means x equal to 0, x square equal to a square means x equal to plus a, x equal to minus. Oh, we have got three different. So x equal to 0. Am I audible?
Hello.
Audible, sir.
Hello, sir.
Huh.
Hello, Sonali sir. Hello, Sonali sir.
Yes.
हाँ sir, आवाज येत
Actually,
नव्हती.
there was incoming call was there. That's
Yes,
why.
yes. आवाज येत नव्हती
So,
तुमचा.
okay.
Okay,
So,
sir. Okay.
see, friends, after putting y equal to 0, we are getting x equal to 0, a, and minus a. We have 3 points. Actually, we know origin is one point. Y equal to 0, x equal to 0, then x equal to a, x equal to a. This is, I will draw the line x equal to a, x equal to a. So this is one more point, and x equal to minus a also, x equal to minus a. So we have 3 points. Definitely we have to find dy by dx. But before that, let us try to put x equal to 0 and let us find what are values of y. Putting x equal to 0, first term is 0, second is 0, y to the power 4, y to the power 4, minus 0 and plus a square into y square is equal to 0. So y square into y square plus a square equal to 0. That means y square equal to 0 means y equal to 0. And y square equal to minus a square. There is no real value of y. So only y equal to 0. Only origin. So as such, after that, we have to find dy by dx. Okay. So here I am not having sufficient, but just let me create some space here. Yes, that will be enough for me. And here it is not easy to find dy by dx. Still, let us try to do it as quickly as possible. Here. So let us differentiate this with respect to x. X to the power 4 has derivative 4 into x to the power 3 plus 2x square y square differentiate with respect to x. Kind array 4 into x into y square plus 4 into x square into y into dy by dx plus 4y to the power 3 into dy by dx. I hope that I am correct. Minus 2a square x plus 2a square y into dy by dx and that is equal to 0. बहुतेक मी बरोबर आहे असं समजतो. त्यानंतर काय करता येईल आता? Let us divide let us have 2 common. Let us divide by 2 throughout and let us bring dy by dx terms at one side. So that will be 2 x square into y into dy by dx ही टर्म झाली. नंतर प्लस 2y to the power 3 ही टर्म झाली आणि प्लस a square into y into dy by dx and that is equal to, we have to take remaining terms to the other end. Other end म्हटल्यानंतर इथं येणार a square x येणार. ठीक आहे. Minus 2x to the power 3 minus 2x into y square. I hope that I am correct. Otherwise, we will be getting something different, unexpected. dy by dx is equal to. So here, I think x is common here. A square minus 2x square minus 2y square. And here, from this we have common y. Y 2x square plus 2y square plus a square. I hope that I am correct. Madam, बरोबर आहे का? Yes.
Hello?
No. Am I correct, madam?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, just 4x y square plus 4x square y divided plus 4y minus 2 a square x plus 2 a square y divided by x. So let us hope I am correct. And now what we have to do? We have to put here this point. This point is x equal to a and y equal to 0. We have to put this point x equal to 0 and x equal to a and y equal to 0 in dy by dx. X equal to 0 and sorry, x equal to a, x equal to a and y equal to 0. Put करा बरं आणि सांगा मला. x equal to a put करायचा. न्यूमरेटर काय येईल? a into a square. एवढं येणार a into a square, a cube आला आणि डिनॉमिनेटर 0 येणार. dy by dx infinity आला ना. dy by dx is infinity. So I will write here dy by dx at the point x equal to a and y equal to 0 is infinity. ठीक आहे?
Perpendicular to it.
Yes, yes. काय लिहायचं बरं सांग. Therefore, there is tangent to the curve. There is tangent to the curve at x equal to a, y equal to 0. काय? Parallel to
y.
Parallel to y axis येणार. Very good. Very good. Excellent. आता मी काय करणार आहे? दुसरा पॉइंट आहे x equal to minus a and y equal to 0 पुट करणार आहे इथंच. मग तसंच येणार आहे. परत dy by dx इन्फिनिटी येणार. म्हणजे मी काय म्हणतो इथं तर प्लस a आणि मायनस a. So here plus a minus a. So I will say instead of is there are tangents. There are tangents to the curve at this parallel to y axis. Okay. याचा अर्थ काय होणार आहे? याचा अर्थ असा होणार आहे बघा a0 पॉइंट आहे and the line which is passing through a0 and parallel to y axis is nothing but y is equal to x. Y is equal to So people do not understand. So what I was saying here, which is that line x, sorry, x equal to a, x is equal to a is the line which is passing through the point a comma 0 and parallel to y-axis. So this is tangent at that. So the curve, that curve will be from left hand side or from right hand side. We do not know here any idea. Now, does the curve exist between x equal to 0 and x equal to a? त्याच्यासाठी काय करावं लागेल, x equal to a by 2 पुट करायचं आणि y square काढायचं आपल्याला. तर इथं y square कसा येईल ते पण बघायचा, y square. So I am writing y square equal to, so it is really a tough task. मोठा प्रॉब्लेम आहे. मोठा प्रॉब्लेम यायला लागला तर मग काही छोटे किरकोळ असतात. So it is not absolutely easy. From this y to the power y च्या टर्म डाव्या साईडला घेतल्या तर उजव्या साईडला काय शिल्लक राहतं, उजव्या साईडला राहतं a स्क्वेअर इंटू एक्स स्क्वेअर येतं, a स्क्वेअर इंटू एक्स स्क्वेअर येतं आणि मायनस x टू द पॉवर 4 येतं, मायनस x टू द पॉवर 4 म्हणजे दॅट विल बी x टू द पॉवर 2 कॉमन घेतला आपण, x to the power 2 is taken common and it will be a square minus x square. आणि आता y square च्या टर्म्स एवढे आहेत, so that will be multiplied with 2 x square plus y square plus a square. Yes, this is y square. This is y square in terms of x. आता काय करायचं, does the curve exist between x equal to 0 and x equal to a? Let us put x equal to a by 2 in this equation. x equal to a by 2 put करूया बरं, म्हणजे a by 2 whole square into a square minus a by 2 whole square. Numerator is positive आणि denominator तर positive आहे. Anything s 2x square plus y square plus a square positive, काही प्रश्न नाही, चेक करायचं. y square is positive. That means that curve exists in the region between x equal to 0 and x equal to a. आता बघा सिमेट्रिक असल्यामुळे हे इकडे सुद्धा येणार, रिजन एक्झिस्ट होणार. ठीक आहे, प्रश्न असा आहे, डज द कर्व एक्झिस्ट टू द राईट ऑफ x इक्वल टू a? मग काहीतरी x इक्वल टू 2a, x इक्वल टू 3a पुट करूया आपण इथं. x इक्वल टू 2a, बघा 2a होल स्क्वेअर इंटू a स्क्वेअर मायनस 2a होल स्क्वेअर म्हणजे a square minus 4a square. Numerator is negative and denominator is positive, so y square is negative, y will be imaginary, no real, so curve does not exist here. So I will say curve does not exist to the right of x equal to a and left of x equal to minus a. This is going to be another, suppose this is point number 6. ठीक आहे, इकडे पण एक्झिस्ट होणार नाही, झाला आता. Now let us prepare to draw the curve. Now again it is very much interesting. See, we had put y equal to 0. y equal to 0 put केल्यानंतर आपल्याला x चे 3 व्हॅल्यू मिळाले, x equal to 0, x equal to a and x equal to minus a. Now my next question is, does there exist a loop between the origin and the point a comma 0? 3 कंडिशन सॅटिस्फाय झाले पाहिजे. पहिली कंडिशन काय, फॉर y equal to 0 there must be at least 2 points s 0 0 आणि a 0 मिळाला, ही पहिली कंडिशन सॅटिस्फाय. दुसरी कंडिशन काय आहे, there must be tangents at both these points. आणि आपण म्हटले ओरिजिनला पण टँजंट आहे ना, y equal to plus x, y equal to minus x are tangents at origin. ओरिजिनला टँजंट आहे आणि नंतर असं पण म्हटलं आपण, yes, we have said here somewhere dy by dx आपण मेन्शन केलं होतं ना, s here there are tangents to the curve at a0 parallel to y axis. ठीक आहे, सो सेकंड कंडिशन काय होती, ओरिजिनला टँजंट असला पाहिजे आणि a0 ला पण टँजंट असला पाहिजे. सेकंड कंडिशन सॅटिस्फाय झाली. The third condition is that curve must exist in the region between the 2 points. Yes, we have seen just now, curve exists in the region between the origin and the point A, and the line x is equal to 0 आणि x equal to a मध्ये curve exists होतो. तिन्ही satisfy झाले. That means that there is a loop. There is a loop between 0, 0 and a0. ठीक है? And being symmetric about y-axis also, there will be another loop between 0, 0 and minus a0. So we'll say there are two loops. There are two loops on y-axis. And let us draw now here. आता origin ला काय म्हटलं होतं? Y is equal to x is tangent at origin. Y is equal to x is tangent at origin. Then at a0 there is tangent parallel to y-axis. म्हणजे तो tangent असाच असणार आहे, असाच असणार आहे, असं स्मूथ असणार आहे. ठीक आहे? राईट साइडने नसणार किंवा राईट साइडला नाहीये. So it will be like this. So the loop will be like this. The loop will be like this. And the curve is symmetric about y-axis. So remaining it will be, so you must have understood by this that my drawing is absolutely very ordinary. So all these conditions are satisfied. कोणकोणत्या conditions आहेत बघा. पहिली गोष्ट, curve is symmetric about both the axis. बघा, x axis ला फोल्ड करा, खालचा आणि वरचा पार्ट मॅच होणार आहे. दुसरं आहे curve is symmetric about y axis. y axis ला फोल्ड करा, राईट साइड आणि लेफ्ट साइड मॅच होते. नंतर curve is symmetric in opposite quadrants also. काय करायचं, 180 मध्ये कुठलेही राईट साइडचा जो पोर्शन आहे, फोर्थ आणि फर्स्ट क्वाड्रंट, तो 180 डिग्री मध्ये फिरवा, मॅच होणार. किंवा काय करायचं, आधी हॉरिझॉन्टली फोल्ड करा, म्हणजे खालचा पार्ट वर येणार, आणि परत व्हर्टिकली फोल्ड करा, सगळे पार्ट मॅच होता. सो दॅट कंडिशन इज ऑल्सो सॅटिस्फाईड. आफ्टर दॅट कर्व पासेस थ्रू ओरिजिन. येस, ओरिजिन इज पार्ट ऑफ द कर्व. त्याच्यानंतर y इक्वल टू एक्स, y इक्वल टू मायनस एक्स आर टँजंट्स ॲट ओरिजिन. तुम्ही बघा, y इक्वल टू एक्स आणि y इक्वल टू मायनस एक्स बोथ आर टँजंट्स ॲट ओरिजिन, ते पण घेतलं आपण. त्यानंतर सगळे जे पॉइंट्स, कर्व डज नॉट एक्झिस्ट टू द राईट ऑफ x इक्वल टू a and left of x equal to minus a. There are two loops on y-axis and there are tangents to the curve at plus minus a, 0 parallel to y-axis. ते सुद्धा आपलं satisfy झालेले आहे. Okay, and the name of this is a very special curve, and the name of this is Leibniz gate of Bernoulli. So this is looking like our infinity, but Leibniz gate of Bernoulli. So I think we'll stop here. Madam, काय करायचं सांगा. Madam, I think madam is also not there. So I think let us have a pause here. Attendance, what about attendance? Madam Lana, एक minute. So just madam को hostel होते ना. हाँ
Hello,
madam.
हा,
हाँ
येस,
बोला.
मला अनम्यूट करता येत नव्हतं.
No, actually you must have left the meeting, otherwise you were co-host.
येस येस सर.
So I think that